And the pain grows, anything goes. Devil is a lie, looking for the prize. That's eternal life, and bringing the things in my mind. I'm talking real peace of mind. That's something money can't buy.
What's up, YouTube fam? It's your boy KingMarcell, and I am back with another video. I apologize for being gone for so long, but your boy has accidentally almost broken his damn ankle. You know what I'm saying? So I've been out of commission for the last couple weeks, but I plan on jumping back on the bandwagon and, you know what I'm saying, bringing you guys nothing but straight content. Before I fucked up my ankle, you know what I'm saying, I wanted to bring you all more consistency, and again, I plan on doing that from here on now. So again, I just want to apologize for that, but it's a lot of stuff that has been going on, and we gonna run it back from the, I want to say, the top of this month, and we just gonna go through all of this content that I was supposed to bring out to you all, and you know what I'm saying, I'm going to bring out now. So make sure you guys like this video, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so that you're notified whenever I do drop a video here. We're on the road to 500 subscribers, so make sure you guys are subbing up. But today we are about to be talking about the Kanye West situation. I know if you've been living under a rock, you probably haven't heard, but people are basically finding out that these celebrities, these from the music artists to the actors, that they have handlers and that they are being manipulated, and this whole situation about him being on laughing gas is very serious, and I hope that you all take it serious, and not just look at it as, oh, he's a grown man who's making his own decisions. It's a lot of manipulation that goes on in the industry, and I'm just glad that all of this stuff is being brought to light. So we about to jump into this video, you know what I'm saying, that's going to really just break down what's all been going on, to catch us up on everything that's been going on. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe up, and hit that notification bell, like I said. But without further ado,
West has always been someone who is known to freely speak his mind, no matter what anyone thinks or how many people might disagree with his opinions.
True.
Destruction of the spirit of the people of southern Louisiana and Mississippi may end up being the most tragic loss of all.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Straight like that.
Halfway, take a few steps back to go.
You ain't got the answers, man.
It was a Jewish doctor.
You said the album was coming out on Saturday. It didn't.
Was he lying?
I didn't finish it.
He has long been known for being someone who relishes in stirring the pot and creating controversy. And for a long time, it seemed like no matter what he did or said, it did not matter, because he was winning on such a massive scale.
Everybody want to know what I would do if I didn't win. I guess we'll never know.
We never know.
Many consider him to be one of the most innovative artists of all time, and he has fearlessly pushed the envelope and shaped the sounds of several generations of music with his keen ability to create. And that's not to even mention his billionaire status that he achieved mostly through his clothing creations, and of course the Yeezy brand in general with the shoes. Because even in the midst of all the smoke and mirrors, Kanye always showed himself to be a visionary and an amazing businessman who simply would not take no for an answer.
And this is who they want us to believe is crazy.
Years, it's growing more and more apparent that Kanye seems to have overextended his welcome, both in the entertainment and major business industry. He has gone through a lot personally with his divorce from Kim Kardashian. Obviously, he had the whole debacle with Adidas cutting him off due to his Twitter rants. He was in massive debt, they froze his bank account, he was coming out every other week saying some outlandish stuff, and recently it's really felt like the first time in history that Kanye is losing impact from literally every standpoint that matters to him, whether that be in business or in music or merely his public perception.
Now with that, we can't just, you know what I'm saying, let things like that be said and not acknowledge the people who are doing this. And it's the people who are in control of everything, that if you say who they are, you know, we talk about this a lot on this channel. If you talk about who they are, you are blacklisted, you are shunned in a way from all aspects of media, because these folks own the media. We have to acknowledge the war that's going on. These people have evil intent. They are trying to lead society down a very nasty and wicked path. And as long as we don't call them out on it, because it's easy just to say that I know Kanye West was crazy. He's just crazy, you know, and that's why all of this stuff is happening to him, because he's insane and he brought all of this on himself. I'm not going to be one of those ones to do that, because did he make decisions to put himself in this situation? Yes, and I won't excuse that. But as far as he's not the one who created this system that's at play, you know what I'm saying? Even with all of the stuff that's coming out about Diddy and everything, Diddy's not the one who created the entertainment industry. Diddy isn't the one, or Kanye, or Jay-Z. These are people who are byproducts of a bigger problem. And I feel like that's what we need to be talking about. And for some reason, it's easier just to target him, or it's easier to target Diddy and stuff, instead of looking at the whole institution as a whole. We have to look at it as a whole. And okay, who runs Hollywood? Who are in control of these production companies? Who are in control of these studios, these record labels? And across the board, it comes up, it's the same people when you do that type of research. I'm sorry, it's like something got my nose itchy as hell. But it's like, we have to talk about the elephant in the room. That's all I'm getting at. And that's all I hope you all are starting to realize. Again, no one found it weird or crazy that Kanye West, it's like something really weird in my nose. Like, what the fuck is that? But Kanye West had his bank account went into. We just went over that. He was a billionaire. They just went into his funds and took his money. And we just walked over that. What's stopping them from doing that to me? What's stopping them from doing that to you? Your mother, your father, people who have retirement funds. This alludes to a very big problem that we have to stop just sweeping under the rug, for real.
And that's not to even mention his very fast marriage to Bianca Censori, who he constantly has parading around with no clothes on. Like, I'm talking about completely see-through, like it looks like they wrapped her naked body up with some saran wrap.
Yeah.
Like, recently I saw this video where Kanye is out at dinner with a ton of people, and his girl is sitting there just straight up topless. And everyone is sitting around acting like it's completely normal. Like, hey, dude with the shades in the corner, you're not fooling anyone. We know it's a cool 69 in that room and you were making eye contact with those biddies. Kanye released his newest album, Vulture.
Yeah, I don't get that
and
shit.
It was met with a lot of criticism, with a lot of
I do, but I don't want to say, because then
wondering what the hell was going on. Because while Kanye might have been wild and doing whatever he wanted, one thing that always stayed consistent was that he was going to make some good sounding music for his fans. And it really did feel like that was something that was never gonna change. I mean, don't get me wrong, he wasn't making Graduation or even The Life of Pablo, but he was still capable of releasing a good project. Amongst many criticisms for this album, people mainly complained about the lack of straight up sound quality on this record.
Ye was in the studio working on the album and accidentally hit submit.
This sounds like something they would release a year after his death. Everything is either low quality, AI, or songs heard years ago.
Garbage mixing, lazy verses, unfinished songs. Ye can do way better.
My goat is washed.
Now, I tried to get through this whole project last night, and it's a very rough listen. In fact, it's so poorly made that it makes Lil Pump's Harvard Dropout look like a masterpiece. And I know Kanye likes to do the thing where he basically starts putting out patch notes on his music, but no amount of remixing or adding or subtracting from these songs is going to make this a listenable experience, much less an enjoyable one. Now, this has left even the biggest
and it's a couple songs on there that I kind of rock with. But as a whole, as a project, I won't make no excuses for no artist that's putting out half-ass music. But again, when you think about everything that this man is going through, and then the drugs that they have him on, why we expecting him to put out Grammy Award-winning music? This man is literally fighting an uphill battle, and we expected him to be putting out. But again, you took that on when you said you were dropping music, right? But the first, I forgot the name of the album already, but the first one did go #1. We can't take that away from him. But again, it looks like the uptake on him being on this laughing gas has risen. Like he has really started doing this a lot more, to the point where Kanye just seems like he's just in a daze at all times. Why is that? I feel like it's because of what's happening. The election's about to happen. Y'all about to start seeing a lot of crazy shit happen, man. For real. That's gonna really blow y'all mind and open y'all mind up to really the corruption and the wickedness that has been on this earth, man. For real.
In shambles. It's kind of like when the Patriots lost Tom Brady and the fans didn't know what to do with themselves because they were so used to being the perennial favorite for damn near 2 decades. But now this alleged whistleblower has come forward, and it might shed some light on Kanye's very strange behavior over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Milo Yiannopoulos is the man who posted this information about Kanye.
Oh, it was
He is a very
him.
controversial political figure who I will say has historically not been the most trustworthy source. And he's definitely said some really strange shit in the past. Despite all of that, when Kanye was going through that arc where he wanted to run for president and was hanging out with the likes of Nick Fuentes and all that other weird shit that he was doing, well, during that time, Milo was apparently working for Kanye on this potential political campaign. And though that movement seems to have now lost all momentum, Kanye had hired Milo.
And do we think that's a coincidence that during this election season, Ye is going through what he's going through right now? That he is on an abundance of laughing gas to keep him docile. Y'all wanna think he crazy, man? All right, that's y'all, man. I'm just asking y'all to think a little deeper. Just think just a little deeper. That's all I ask.
Chief of Staff at Yeezy Apparel.
Is this a lot of fuck shit going on for real? That's not finna go unanswered.
The direction of the company where Kanye now
trust and believe.
Films. Regardless of all of that, Milo would take to Twitter to blow his alleged whistle on what's been going on with Kanye. There is a reason Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, is no longer capable of successfully releasing music or clothing. In fact, there are several reasons, but the most serious and the most recent is his dentist, Thomas Connolly. Connolly got Ye hooked on nitrous, laughing gas. It is my belief that Connolly sought to diminish Ye's mental faculties so that Connolly and his business associates could extract millions of dollars from him. Earlier this year,
and who are his business associates? It's coming out that this dentist has ties to the mob, the cartel, to many different factions. This is a dentist. First of all, what dentist y'all ever seen look like this? That's first off. If I had a dentist that look like this nigga is not putting his motherfucking hands in my mouth. I'm sorry, not sorry. I'm not sorry. Because ain't no way in hell you look at this man and you think, oh, yeah, he's not doing this for money laundering. There's no way in hell you don't think this dude is shady. That's all I'm saying. And to find out that he has those type of connections, and then it's just being labeled as, oh, these are his, he has connections to certain people. No, it's the mob. It's the cartel. Please, y'all, I need y'all to pay attention. They are using these celebrities as, how do I say this shit? I almost said piggy banks, but they're mules. They're mules. They're drug mules. They're money mules. They are prostitution mules. Y'all have to understand, the music industry is being used to launder money, illegal money. These artists joined onto these labels not understanding that they just wanted to make some music and become rich and support their families. But they ended up finding out, no, this is all a Ponzi scheme. Wake up. And for you artists who want to join the music industry, be independent. Don't join these labels that's just being used to launder money. Please understand what y'all doing. I got a cousin who right now trying to pursue the music industry, and I just pray that he understands this. This is all about money laundering. I don't know, man. We gonna go deeper into this shit on this channel.
Proposing something that he knew I'd have to resign over, because I had told him so. The resurrection of his longtime idle fantasy of making corn. Thomas Connolly is a dangerous predator who targets African-American celebrities,
look at this
into whose
man.
mouth he puts fake diamonds, as I suspect he did to Lil Yachty. He must be stopped.
Wow.
I filed a complaint with the California Dental Board last week to that end. Milo would also
Wow, what the fuck did that say? So he put fake diamonds in Yachty teeth.
I suspect he did to Lil Yachty. He must be.
Thomas Connolly is a very dangerous predator who targets him. Oh, this is what he's reading. He must be starting. Wow.
I filed a complaint with the California Dental Board last week to that end. Milo would also share this
But will that
video
go
where he says
anywhere?
that Kanye is off the laughing gas.
Ryan Garcia, this yeah, I'm on the nitrous.
And then he would later post this alleged affidavit,
Like what?
which is a written statement that is signed under oath to verify that the information in the document is true. Now here once again he calls out the dentist Thomas Connolly, accusing him of the unlawful supply of enormous quantities of nitrous gas to the wealthy, famous patient for explicit recreational use.
Wasn't Michael Jackson doing that shit? I think Michael Jackson was taking my laughing gas.
Into the patient's
Correct me if I'm
home
wrong.
on just one afternoon, charging more than $50,000 per month for this service, continuing to supply the gas long after the emergence of distressing symptoms that led to widespread comment and concern, instruction to the patient in the operation of nitrous gas canisters left by Connolly at the patient's home, knowingly encouraging their use in the absence of a qualified anesthesiast or medical professional by a person with a history of mental illness and addiction, the abandonment of said patient to the self-destructive consequences of said dependence, showing indifference or worse to the prospect of permanent damage in the brain and in the body by Connolly's negligence, at best, and malice with the intent to defraud, at worst. Upon information and belief, the wrongful and fraudulent extraction of millions of dollars by Connolly and his business associates from a patient he knew to be confused, dependent, weakened, and in an addicted state. Testimony from
Total
Connolly's
manipulation,
business partner that
brainwashing,
he had
MK
defrauded
Ultra.
his athletes and celebrity client base by charging them.
I don't know if a lot of y'all watch Candace Owens. This is called, the way she called it is being MK Ultra'd. But we need to understand that we all are being a part of this psychological program that's being ran by the government. But they put them under heavier MK Ultra brainwashing programs. And y'all can say I'm a nut. I know it's gonna be people who watch this who probably click off because I said this shit, because I said that stuff, because they want to keep living in the self-delusion that they're living in. And it's those people who make me scared to go outside. Because it's like, how long are y'all going to keep turning a blind eye to this shit and keep saying that people are crazy? I understand this is a hard. Y'all think I want to be talking about this shit? Like real talk. Y'all think the people who talk about these things want to talk about these things? Want to be labeled crazy? Like it's actually happening. And until enough of us stand up together and look at it and try to solve it, it's going to continue to happen. But you motherfuckers who just going to keep turning a blind eye, you're not going to be able to keep turning a blind eye too much longer. So then what then? What choice are y'all going to make? Are y'all going to stand on this side of this evilness? Like for real? A change has to be made. We all have to look at ourselves in the mirror and decide what side we gonna be on with this. Because unfortunately, it's two sides.
Orthodontics, but in reality using cheap diamonds for as much as a 15,000% in price difference. Testimony from Connolly's business partner that he owes a debt of more than $2 million to the Mexican drug cartel, and that this cartel owns his surgical practice in Beverly Hills and uses it to launder money. This guy Thomas Connolly is known for being a celebrity dentist who has apparently done work for people like Shaq, Lil Yachty, Justin Jefferson, DaBaby, and many other celebrities.
So think about that. He's done all these celebrities' mouth, and this motherfucker is tied to the cartel. So all of those funds from these millionaires putting diamonds in their teeth, some of them sometimes fake diamonds in their teeth. All of those funds was used to money launder for the cartel. Like, think about that. Let that sink in. Truly let that sink in. These people they just, like, that just proved everything I just been saying. It's the name of his shit, Bartell's Customs, instead of, like, you can't make this shit up. Look at his shirt.
If I had to credit, who
the
founders of my business is that the brains are Post Malone and Odell Beckham Jr. and that's why they're partners.
This guy's basically putting diamonds and other...
Then just snitched on them with the money laundering.
And obviously one of the other big accusations here is that he has taken lab-grown diamonds, presenting them as real to his clients, and then charging them as if they were naturally grown. For those of you that don't know, lab-grown diamonds are significantly cheaper than ones that grow on Earth, but with the human eye, they are nearly indistinguishable. And can I just acknowledge that this dude looks absolutely insane?
Thank you.
I'm not trusting anyone who has their hairline tattooed on. Basically, Milo claims here that Kanye started a relationship with this guy doing his teeth. He started giving him access to the laughing gas nitrous, and basically got him addicted to the point where Kanye would do anything to keep him in-house, so he could have a steady supply of the laughing gas, no matter what the cost. And Milo claims that this guy, without any real experience in business, wanted to restructure the entire Yeezy company himself.
What?
With no experience in either music or fashion, and without examining a single document or interviewing a single member of staff, Connolly proposed widespread and disruptive changes to Yeezy's structure and operations, without even knowing what they were, and offered himself as the ideal candidate to lead the business and revivify the company's fortunes. Although he knew nothing about the business and supplied no business plan or assessment of the company's financials, because he didn't know them. Connolly nonetheless insisted that he could not accept any less than $2.4 million a year in compensation.
For what?
In his plan, he allegedly detailed that his primary goals were to build the Drome, which was supposed to be some sort of city in the Middle East. His next goal was allegedly to build the personal use N202 system, and then to build some sort of Yeezy car. I mean, if that is all true, that is just an absolute garbage plan of action.
Like, what are we talking about?
This interview from last year where
no, these are just businesses to continue to launder money through. Because he was going to have the funding. Where he was going to get the funding from? It was going to be from the drug money from the cartel. It was going to be from the drug money from the cartel. I need y'all to understand that. It didn't matter if the business succeeded or failed. They was going to make it seem like it was thriving. Just like how they just did with P. Diddy. They made it seem like all his businesses was thriving. Why? Because it was being infused with drug money. Turning drug money into clean money. I need y'all to catch up, man. I really need y'all to start understanding the law. You guys got to do some research. You guys got to read some books. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of motherfuckers don't like read. You got to read, bro, to understand. Because when I get to trying to tell people about this, or just even understanding what a trust is and about authenticating your birth certificates, motherfuckers be looking at me like, duh. Like, no, y'all, we have to understand these things moving forward. Or the same manipulation is just going to keep happening. Not this way, though.
Of the personal use.
Not on this channel. Y'all gonna know.
A segment
y'all gonna know.
Worlds would be the local anesthesia.
So y'all won't go for no shit from somebody who look like this.
Aren't giving local anesthesia.
Come on, this man look like a nut.
Employees at all levels
like
of the
a
company
nut.
were worrying about Ye's dependence on the gas.
Incredible that this is happening.
Ye talked about it nonstop in meetings. He seemed to be in and out of the inhaler mask on a near constant basis, even posting a video message to MMA fighter Ryan Garcia on the subject. A division head with years of experience working closely with Ye confided to me that it was like speaking to an entirely different person. It was around that time that one of the junior staff confessed that he had seen Connolly hauling 4 large surgical tanks of nitrous oxide into Bianca Sensori's apartment. And someone had told him to take a couple of photographs. A long-standing vendor told me, in apparent amazement, how casually Connolly talked about putting Ye under, understanding him to mean full anesthesia. for no apparent medical purpose, as though it were a normal part of his everyday life. A bill was received and paid for over $61,000 by Yeezy solely for anesthesia and nitrous gas. Some sort of inside source also informed him that Connolly continues to collect fees of this size from Kanye, as well as flights and hotels in destinations such as Paris and Florence. And basically, prolonged use of this stuff can do some serious damage to not only your mind, but also your body. I was told over the telephone by a Yeezy employee who wished to remain anonymous that they directly witnessed DA self-administering the nitrous gas provided by Connolly. Most disturbingly of all, I learned that Connolly had moved into the apartment building Ye resided at during this period, at Ye's expense. Given Connolly's familiarity with rap and hip-hop music stars, many of whom have been clients in the past, there can be no doubt that he was aware of Ye's psychological vulnerabilities. Milo would also go on to share a group message that was allegedly between him, Kanye, and this dentist, where the dentist allegedly speaks about wanting to build this personal nitrous machine. This needs to be a long-term goal. Get recreational nitrous legalized. To which Milo posed these questions and concerns, and Kanye says allegedly, "Can I have nitrous today? Tom, you said you'd bring them by today." Checking in. Kanye's new chief of staff would actually respond to these claims, sort of, saying that Kanye is the healthiest and happiest he's been in a long time after taking a break from social media.
We know this a lot looking at this motherfucker, man. This man is... We're watching somebody being killed right before our eyes, being slowly murdered right before our eyes, who tried to tell us, who tried to help us, who tried to really get us to see what is going on behind closed doors. We about to let him be just taken up out of here. Like, what the fuck? like, what the fuck? This is y'all gotta get it, man. Y'all gotta understand. I pray y'all starting to understand.
Now out of the picture.
I pray. I really do. Every day.
That he noticed that
the Most High is the only one who can bring us up out of this
at a massive rate. And that most of it was going towards nothing productive. And he really does make it seem like several people here were taking Kanye for a free ride, leeching off his wealth and taking advantage of his trust and his bad mental health. Even claiming that someone named Paul Johnson had seized assets from Kanye, including Grammys, birth certificates of his children, and apparently even his mother's death certificate. I mean, honestly, guys, it's impossible to know how many of these claims can actually be substantiated. And this guy Milo is not known for being the most trustworthy source, but a lot of what he says here, at least to me, looks like it could possibly be legit.
Why would he lie about this?
Some of the interviews I've watched with this guy, Tom Connolly, and how anxious he seems to further evolve the personal use of anesthesia and N2O2. I guess I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if there was some truth to these statements. Obviously, if this was a legit affidavit, he could be tried for perjury, and that would be a federal offense if he is lying, so he's really kind of putting his life on the line here. And that's not to even mention the Mexican cartel, which can obviously be extremely powerful. But I want to know what you guys think about all of this down below. I think it would definitely explain some of Kanye's more crazy behavior over the last couple of years. Did you listen to his new project? Did you think it was trash? Did you love it?
It's crazy. It's just really crazy because are we about to keep watching this shit unfold before our eyes? And like he said, this guy is pushing for this nitrous oxide to be legalized. And now think about the trend that's going on with these kids huffing nitrous oxide through some shit that's used to make whipped cream. It's in stores. What is happening? I hope y'all can see the threads. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is a coincidence. All of these things that's transpiring in the world is not connected. It's all intertwined, feeding into each other and coming out. And I just hope you guys are tracking what's going on, man. But let me know down in the comment section, what do you guys think is the solution to these problems? Do you think that do you think that we can help Ye? You know what I'm saying? What can we do? You know what I'm saying? We got to start having these conversations, or nothing is going to be done. And we're just going to watch another one of the people who tried to tell us something get just taken out of here. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so that you're notified whenever I do drop a video here. We're on the road to 500 subscribers, so make sure you guys are hitting that subscribe button. But with that being said, KingMarcell out. Peace.
When the pain grows, anything goes. Devil is a lie, looking for the prize. That's eternal life, and bringing the things in my mind. I'm talking real peace of mind. That's something money.